In an era of evolving maritime threats, where sovereignty is constantly tested and the tides of geopolitics shift without warning, strategy is no longer an advantage. It is a necessity, a weapon, a shield, a compass. As regional security grew more complex, the Philippine Coast Guard envisioned a new nexus to create a center for strategic thought, international collaboration, and forward-looking analysis. In 2017, the PCG took a decisive step of establishing the Coast Guard Strategic Studies and International Affairs Center, CGSSIAC. From its establishment, CGSSIAC now proudly serves as the intellectual keel of the PCG Strategic Brain Trust. For 8 years, CGSSIAC endured, grew, and triumphed. The center has forged the PCG strategic direction through cutting-edge maritime research, deepened international cooperation, and high-level policy shaping, endorsed and approved by leadership. This is more than progress. This is a strategic momentum anchored in mission, propelled by foresight. As the center celebrates its 8th founding anniversary with the theme Sailing Strong at 8, Advancing Maritime Strategies, Strengthening Global Partnerships, and Promoting Innovation, the center looks beyond the passage of time and toward a clearer course, one that aligns with the PCG's evolving mission. To meet the growing demands of a dynamic organization, under the leadership of its director, Rear Admiral Romel Agsouyusopangan, Philippine Coast Guard, the center undertook a strategic reorganization in 2024. This initiative was designed to future-proof the center, making it ready to navigate the complexities of tomorrow's maritime challenges. Through this recalibration, CGSSIAC expanded from its original 4 divisions to 6, with the creation of 2 new divisions. Together, these specialized divisions now anchor CGSSIAC's core functions. The Doctrine, Strategy and Policy Division shapes long-term doctrine and aligns the PCG strategy with its overarching goals, ensuring unity of direction. The Strategic and Special Studies Division conducts deep dives into national and global maritime trends, offering sharp, research-based insight that guide policy and action. The Strategy Management Division conducts in-depth research and analysis to inform PCG strategy through insights on maritime threats, geopolitics, and technology. The System of Management Division forges planning systems, accountability mechanisms, and innovation frameworks, transforming strategy into measurable results. The International Affairs Division builds bridges with partner agencies around the world, opening doors to cooperation, diplomatic understanding, and regional security. The Administrative and Resource Management Division oversees human resources, finance, and logistics, ensuring the center is equipped with the essential support and resources to effectively fulfill its mandate. United under one mission, the 6 divisions have worked seamlessly as one CGSSIAC, translating strategy into action. This synergy has led to a series of key accomplishments. In the past year, the CGSSIAC, through its Doctrine, Strategy and Policy Division, has made significant strides in shaping the PCG strategic direction. From doctrine development to long-term planning, the center continues to serve as a think tank, driving institutional alignment and future readiness. A remarkable achievement was the crafting and approval of the PCG Basic Doctrine, which will be the foundational guide for all PCG personnel. Anchored on this doctrine, a series of focus group discussions on secondary mission areas is continuously being conducted to foster unified strategic planning and interagency collaboration. The center also led rigorous reviews of key policies, SOPs, and doctrinal manuals across all PCG units to ensure operational relevance and strategic coherence. Among these are the Coast Guard District Western Visayas Standing Operating Procedure on Pre-Departure Inspection, PCG Unmanned Aerial System Doctrine from the Coast Guard Aviation Command, PCG Coastal Interdiction Procedures Volume 1 from the Office of the Deputy of Coast Guard Staff for Maritime Security and Law Enforcement, Coast Guard Internal Audit Strategic Plan, and the Circular for PCG Doctrine Development System from the Coast Guard Education Training and Doctrine Command, each undergoing multi-sector evaluation. Further reinforcing PCG's humanitarian commitments, the Center formulated the PCG International Humanitarian Law Strategic Plan. This initiative was a direct outcome of the collaborative efforts with the International Committee of the Red Cross. It also launched a Blue Economy Manual, which guides all Coast Guard districts in applying the principles of sustainable maritime development. This milestone is further strengthened by key partnerships, including the Mayor's Blue Economy Playbook, the Blue Economy Lab, and the Bantay Project, developed in partnership with the Galing Foundation and Northwestern Samar State University. These initiatives equip PCG units to take a more proactive role in integrating environmental stewardship with maritime security operations. Through its Strategic and Special Studies Division, the Center has deepened national maritime discourse through high-level conferences and academic partnerships. In collaboration with leading institutions, it co-hosted the 7th Alexander C. Cushing International Law Conference and the inaugural International Law of Naval Warfare Academy, while also advancing policy insight through its Lopez Haina Dialogue series. It convened strategic dialogues on self-reliant defense posture through national industrial collaboration and strengthened academic engagement and extension projects through facilitating field visits and forging partnerships with local universities, Miriam College, Northwestern Samar State University, and Ateneo de Davao University, and took the first steps toward formalizing strategic partnerships such as the MOU with the Office of Civil Defense to strengthen search and rescue capabilities. In pursuit of strategic transformation, the Center, through its Strategy Management Division, led high-impact initiatives aligned with the PCG's governance and modernization goals, from hosting the high-level vetting session and refining performance governance system project deliverables, to participating in national governance training like the 31st Governance Bootcamp and the Empowered Development Program. The Center ensured that the PCG strategic roadmaps were clear, responsive, and actionable. Furthering this momentum, the Center has finalized support roadmaps, institutionalized best practices through sharing with AFP OSSSM, and secured leadership alignment by presenting the PGS basic documents to senior Coast Guard officials and the Commandant. These efforts reflect CGSSIAC's ongoing commitment to building a more responsive, disciplined, and visionary PCG. Through its System of Management Division, the Center continues to elevate institutional learning and intersectoral collaboration through a range of strategic engagements. It welcomed maritime scholars from the Maritime Policy Leadership Program and spearheaded a 2-day forum in partnership with Operation Brotherhood Montessori Center. Through thought-provoking dialogues with Strat-based ADR Institute, De La Salle University, and the forum Accountability at Sea, the Center deepened awareness of the PCG's legal and humanitarian obligations, the bridge strategy, education, and operational responsibility. In 2024, the Center, through its International Affairs Division, proudly marked a series of landmark engagements that fortified the PCG's presence on the global maritime stage. The Center co-facilitated the historic 10th Southeast Asian Maritime Law Enforcement Initiative Technical Experts Workshop, bringing together maritime leaders from across ASEAN and the United States to advance cooperation on transnational crime, intelligence sharing, and joint preparedness. It also hosted the Rikaab ISC Cluster Meeting, a high-level gathering of regional focal points and enforcement bodies that reaffirmed the Philippines' vital role in combating piracy and maritime threats in Asia's most vulnerable sea lanes. The center also convened the Third International Liaison Officers Assembly, highlighting the PCG's enduring commitment to multinational synergy and interagency coordination. In its commitment to strategic foresight and democratic maritime governance, the Center also formalized key partnerships with Conrad Adenauer Stiftung Philippines through a Memorandum of Understanding that paves the way for joint research, policy development, and maritime dialogues. Further, through 2 successful roundtable discussions with the ICRC, the Center is leading the institutionalization of international humanitarian and human rights law in maritime operations to ensure that the Coast Guard remains humane, lawful, and mission-ready in every sea encounter. The Center also continues to deliver impact and value-added results within the PCG through forward-looking initiatives that strengthen knowledge sharing and strategic capability. In partnership with CGETDC and CGWISE, it led the development of the PCGE Library, an essential digital repository that enhances access to critical learning and operational resources. Meanwhile, through collaboration with GIZ, the Center ensures the circulation of strategic maritime knowledge across all PCG units by publishing and distributing key reference materials. These initiatives reinforce the Center's mandate to guide the PCG through research-driven insight, institutional memory, and operational excellence. The Center remains committed not only to its external impact but also to nurturing its people. Guided by the Administrative and Resource Management Division, CGSSIAC ensures that its organic personnel continue to grow in an environment grounded in the Philippine Coast Guard values, professionalism, integrity, and excellence. Through lectures and seminars on national law, the Center builds both competence and conscience among its ranks. Milestones like the CGSSIAC Office Blessing, Procurement Plan Review, and Personal Reception Rights reinforce organizational coherence, while activities such as spiritual recollection, Women's Month celebrations, and wellness lectures promote a culture of care and inclusivity. Together, these efforts shape not just strategic minds, but strong, values-driven Coast Guard leaders. In line with the PCG's humanitarian mandates, the Center also extends its service beyond research and strategy, reaching into the heart of the community. From uniting for the environment, coastal cleanups, to bringing care and compassion and supporting education, the Center stands firm in its commitment to service. These initiatives reflect CGSSIAC's dedication to nation building, not only through maritime strategy, but through meaningful and community-centered action. Now, in its 8th year, CGSSIAC sustains its drive towards strategic relevance, knowledge-based policy-making, and purposeful institutional transformation. Guided by a clear vision to become a world-class strategic studies and international affairs arm of the PCG, CGSSIAC shall elevate national and international awareness on key maritime issues and developments related to Philippine Coast Guard mandates through collaborative, innovative, and interdisciplinary research in synergy with the whole of government approach. With a dedicated team, CGSSIAC will continue to champion maritime strategies that are adaptive, inclusive, and forward-looking, aligned with the nation's evolving security and development priorities. Here, ideas navigate oceans. Here, strategy is drafted with precision. Here, collaboration bridges borders. CGSSIAC stands at the intersection of strategy and service, of diplomacy and defense, of insight and impact. This is the Coast Guard Strategic Studies and International Affairs Center. Sail strong at 8 CGSIAC.